Among most prominent features Vladimir Putin. There is predatory sense for weaknesses of his enemies. If discrete events that break path create a trend, Kyiv is scenario that will create tremendous risks for US-led North Atlantic Treaty Organization to avoid talking about lives Ukrainian. This should attract the attention of the West. Only one day ago, Putin received good news from Slovakia, a small European country with the potential to cause great mischief, choosing it. 1 week after Fico's election victory, Hamas drew attention to the world and Washington's persecution in Ukraine by killing 1,400 Israelis. Propaganda gave cudgelini. Why? He went to different arguments. Angry in the western Ukraine, but remained indifferent Gaza? In any case, wider war was triggered by the attackers, Hamas and Russia. In midst these events, military opposite Ukraine, which was released in June, stopped as Russian forces, cumbersome autumn air and a worrying shortage recruitment. He reminded that Kremlin was willing to use supply fresh soldiers as a ball feed. The dead end of the war. Putin's strategy consuming Ukraine and longing longer than the West immediately afterwards. He said that President Biden would prevent a new $61 billion aid package Ukraine to bind a new arms package Israel. Currently, President Volodymyr Zelensky said to Congress leaders, "The Ukrainian war will lose. Ukrainian war will lose." One last bouquet for Putin was delivered at end of October, when new survey France has long put Marine Le Pen, extremely nationalist Marine Le Pen, who has long ties on reasonable candidates in 2027 French presidential elections. He opposed arming of Ukraine and for years, his party relied on a multimilyon-dollar loan from Russian bank. He paid autumn. Putin sees and encourages signs of West wave, and history proposes to encourage Russia to imagine the imperial restoration. 10 years ago, Putin watched that President Barack Obama drew a red line against the use of chemical weapons in Syria's civil war. And then he did not do anything when he called Syrian President Bashar Assad bluff. He sent it to the Crimea and annexed illegally. Putin also watched Biden when he ordered the chaotic withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan in August 2021. 6 months later, he released Russia's full-scale occupation of Ukraine. All October news was not good for Putin. In Poland, a right-wing government has been defeated for Kyiv. The new government, which could come to power before the end of the year, will confirm its solid support for European aid for Ukraine, which has exceeded U.S. support. Most West continues to be determined behind the desire of Ukraine to be a full-fledged member. European Free and Democratic Nations Club, which Putin cannot fully meet.